Hello, my name is Pamela, and I'm in Montreal on Gayen-Gahaga territory. I'll be reading the section entitled Educating Lawyers on page 250. The criminal prosecution of abusers in residential schools and the subsequent civil lawsuits were a difficult experience for survivors. The courtroom experience was made worse by the fact that many lawyers did not have adequate cultural, historical, or psychological knowledge to deal with the painful memories that survivors were forced to reveal. The lack of sensitivity that lawyers often demonstrated in dealing with residential school survivors resulted in some cases in survivors not receiving appropriate legal service. These experiences prove the need for lawyers to develop a greater understanding of Aboriginal history and culture, as well as the multifaceted legacy of residential schools. Calls to action, number 27. We call upon the Federation of Law Societies of Canada to ensure that lawyers receive appropriate cultural competency training, which includes the history and legacy of residential schools, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, Treaties and Aboriginal Rights, Indigenous law, and Aboriginal Crown relations. This will require skills-based training in intercultural competency, conflict resolution, human rights, and anti-racism. Number 28. We call upon law schools in Canada to require all law students to take a course in Aboriginal peoples and the law, which include the history and legacy of residential schools, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, Treaties and Aboriginal Rights, Indigenous law, and Aboriginal Crown relations. This will require skills-based training in intercultural competency, conflict resolution, human rights, and anti-racism.